avoid that now, with the man who had to be her brother standing in front of him. Robert Oakes nodded slowly as he saw realization dawn on Colt's face. "Good. At least you remember." "Remember what?" Connor demanded. "Nothing." He wasn't getting into this with Connor. Not right now, anyway. "Oh, nothing. That's great." Oak shook his head in disgust. "Just what I expected." Anger stirred. Whatever was once between him and Penny was just that, between the two of them. He wasn't interested in what her brother thought. "Why are you here? What do you want?" "I want you to do the right thing," Robert snapped. "But I doubt you will." His fist bunched. "So I thought punching you would be enough. It wasn't." Impatience stirred and twisted in the anger still balled in Colt's guts. He had a King jet waiting to fly him to Sicily. He had places to go, things to do. And damned if he'd waste one more minute with Robert Oakes. "Why don't you quit dancing around and get to it? Why are you here?" "Because my sister's in the hospital." Hospital? Something inside Colt lurched unsteadily. Instantly, memory shifted, his mind filling with images of another hospital, the cold green walls, the grim gray linoleum, and the stench of fear and antiseptic flavoring every breath. For a second or two, he felt as though there was a weight on his chest, dragging him back into a past he never wanted to visit again. Deliberately, he pushed away from the blackness at the edges of his mind and fought his way back to the present. Pushing one hand through his hair, Colt focused his gaze on Penny's brother and waited. "My sister had an appendectomy yesterday," Robert told him. Relief that it wasn't something more serious was a small, slim thread winding its way through the tangled mass inside him. "Is she okay?" Robert snorted a derisive laugh. "Yeah, she's fine. Except, for worrying about how she's going to pay the hospital bill. And worrying about her twins. Your twins." All of the air left the room. Colt knew that because he couldn't draw a breath. He shook his head while he tried to get a grip on what Penny's younger brother was telling him. But how the hell did you make sense of something like that coming at you out of the blue? What the hell was he supposed to do, say, think? Colt scrubbed both hands across his face, forced one shaky breath into his lungs, and finally managed to say, "Twins? Penny had a baby." "Two," Robert corrected, and looked from Colt to Connor and back again. "Looks like twins run in your family." "And she didn't tell him?" Connor sounded as stunned as Colt felt. Fury rose up and nearly choked him. She had never said a damn word. She'd been pregnant and hadn't told him. She delivered 2 children and hadn't told him. He had children? That weight was back on his chest again, but this time he ignored it. "Where are they?" The demand was short and sharp. Robert looked at him warily, and Colt knew that his expression must have mirrored the anger erupting inside. "My fiancée and I have been taking care of them." Them. Colt was the father of twins, and he knew nothing about them. How was that even possible? He'd always been careful. But apparently, his mind taunted, not careful enough. A small voice in the back of his mind whispered that this might all be a lie. That Penny could have told her brother a lie. That the babies weren't really his. But even as he considered that possibility, he dismissed it. That would have been too easy. And Colt knew better than most that there was nothing easy about any of this. "A boy and a girl, if you're interested." Colt's head snapped up, and his gaze narrowed.